Hello everyone, welcome to a Bed Wars video, believe it or not. Something so controversial happened that a Skywars main is covering it. Anyways, here's the context surrounding the recent drama. Today, a new Bed Wars update was released. I made a short on it and there is a forum post detailing it, and I'll link both in the description. To put it briefly, Hypixel added a new name obfuscation feature in Bed Wars pre-game lobbies, so people don't know who they are playing against. They have also patched overlays from showing who the players actually are in both Bed Wars and duels. The last thing they did was make matchmaking in Bed Wars more competitive, and the high star queues are even sweatier now. So that's the entire update, and by itself it really isn't much, but the massive implications that this update has cannot be overlooked. Since I am not a Bed Wars player, my opinion on this matter really means nothing, and I also don't use overlays. So personally, I don't really care about this update. Because of this, I've compiled 5 statements from active Bed Wars players that actually know what they are talking about, so I will be sharing them. First, here's what OPMine had to say about it. Hi, I think the update is very mediocre. I had been playing as the update came out live, and noticed the skill matchmaking queue was added about sometime later. Prior to the matchmaking, we only had a couple of challenging games, with some sweat teams only here and there. I think it was pretty good, minor change to the game as a whole. Should be noted that snipers can still queue you if they have trackers to see your game ending, but I think it's completely okay. With the matchmaking, the entire game was very challenging. I like to play casually and low-key. It being match-made makes me upset. I fully disagree because I had a ton of very experienced players that completely ruined my mood for playing. I believe Hypixel underestimated how crazy the queues would be. Good idea in theory, but it wasn't executed correctly. I believe matchmaking should have been kept the same, but the names being blurred is completely okay. He also mentioned this. I also believe 50 plus star is a bit extreme. Here is what OFury had to say about the update. Every single game is a tournament game in the high star queue. Those games can also take quite a bit longer to queue than regular Bed Wars. There's absolutely no way to tell if you're about to get hacked on until you're already in the game. People's stats are going to drop drastically whether or not they were dodging, which they will not be happy about. And while it is certainly harder to snipe now, this is what the catch is. A ton of people are already saying they're done with the game forever if it stays this way, and I don't blame them. Also, if you want to add this, everyone in the Bed Wars community who is somebody is saying that they hate the update. TQRM also had a comment to say about the update. It makes it impossible for me to play chill Bed Wars, which annoys me. Here's what Coelho had to say about the update. I think this update is absolutely terrible. The duels aspect of it encourages people to cheat for their stats, since previously they could dodge cheaters. The matchmaking will likely kill off the game, and not being able to see who you're fighting is a bit rough in certain games like Bed Wars and duels especially. I played literally one game of solo Bed Wars to see what it was like, and I queued 2 B-hoppers in the same game on a 60-star account. New players will likely end up quitting as well because B-hop alts are all in low star, so it's just the same fate that Skywars met when matchmaking was introduced. This needs to be reverted ASAP because this is just not good. I've played like genuinely 7 years straight of Bed Wars, and this is the worst update ever. Lastly, here's a statement from a high star that wants to remain anonymous. I personally feel like this is going to affect Bed Wars quite a bit considering the fact that dodging has a major play nowadays due to the sniping and cheating problem. And adding skill-based matchmaking will make it harder to level up. While yes, it's more fair to new players, it also makes it more difficult, and this is literally just ranked Bed Wars, but with XP and stuff, and it's not private games. I see both pros and cons, but I see it being more negative than positive, as it was pushed without them talking to the community first. I personally think a revert would be best. The opinion on the update is not unanimous, but there is most certainly more backlash than support. The forum post that announced the update has significantly more negative reactions than positive ones, and there is even a change.org petition to revert the update. We will have to wait and see how the admins respond. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel as I am on the journey to YouTube rank. Thank you for watching.